1, 2, 3.
Well, it's a funny old game, football, isn't it? That first half, God knows what I was watching in that first half. I said it at the start of the game, my concern was that was a team, a spine full of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You had the Lindelof and Maguire combination, you had McFred back. It just didn't feel right. Donny van der Beek at the top of that midfield. Donny van der Beek in Bruno's position and Bruno being pushed out to the right just didn't sit right with me from the start. And when Bruno came back into the middle in the second half, we've seen what happened. Yes, we were woken up by poor play again. Fred losing the ball in midfield, and away go Villa. Beat us on the counter-attack with some pace. It happens every time to United, and it is going to keep happening if we've got Maguire and Lindelof playing at the back and Fred in midfield in front of him. McTominay stayed on the pitch simply because Fred and Donny were worse. McTominay came better in the second half because he was playing with better players. It's as simple as that. Bruno into the middle. Bruno is our captain. Bruno will always be my captain, and he leads by example and should still be captain. A mistake from Ten Hag in giving Maguire the captaincy back. Maguire showed why everyone's worried about the World Cup today a little bit. He wasn't bad, but he's got that in him. He's just not that good on the ball. He's not that quick. And you know what? It just doesn't work with him in the defence at the moment. Will it get better? I don't know. But it's still going to be Martinez and Varane. This is why I'm not confident about Barcelona, because Martinez is not there. Manchester United in the second half today, like I said, we were woken up because Villa scored a goal. And I don't know what Delors was doing for the second one. He had a brain melt, something like that. But the reaction from the team was good. Great to see Martial up front again. I mean, that Bruno, when he broke through, you're thinking, is he going to take that shot? He laid it into Martial. It was the right decision. A simple finish, a simple decision. That's what changed the game there. The momentum swung as soon as Villa scored. And United just switched on all of a sudden. Rashford, again, great second half. Bruno, when he went into the middle, brilliant. But the substitutions from Erik Ten Hag changed that game completely. The quality and the credit to Ten Hag for his signings again shows exactly why we are where we are this season. We're going to have bad games, but the better players in this team and the players that Ten Hag has brought into this team. Eriksen just calmed things down, put his foot on the ball, controlled the game. Garnacho, absolute legend in the making. If he carries on at this rate, that ball to Scott McTominay to finish the game off, you could say the game was done. It was right at the end, it was easy to play it. You've got to have the vision to do that. Credit to McTominay for making that run and continuing it into the box. It was just good to see United score some goals. But the encouraging thing out of everything there was we'd gone from such a dire first half, and don't get me wrong, it didn't start off great in the second half, like I said, until Villa scored, but the reaction was there and we changed it up. The second half performance with, like I said, Bruno in the middle, Martial in front of him, Rashford on the left hand side and Elanga on the right hand side. That probably is, barring Anthony coming back and replacing Elanga, our best setup. I said, and I got criticised for what I said about Ronaldo after the Villa game at Villa Park. It doesn't work, the system doesn't work with Ronaldo in it. And tonight we scored 4 goals because we worked and linked together. The system works when players know exactly where a player is instinctively going to be. Bruno knows the run Rashford and Martial is going to make. That's what Ten Hag worked on in pre-season. So he doesn't have to look for the pass, he just plays it. He just plays it forward into an area where he knows that player is going to be there because the system dictates that happening. That's how it works. When Ronaldo's there, it's different. We have to play a different style altogether. And you know what? Like I said, I can go back to what I said about Ronaldo at weekend. I don't really care, to be honest, right now. All I want to do is see this team, not one individual, this team winning games. Today in the second half again, it was a team. It works, We do have problems though. We have problems in depth, and we've seen in the first half the depth is not good enough and is nowhere near as good as the first team which played in the second half. Villa pretty much brought on their whole team that played us at weekend in the end to try and come back from that. And you know what? We were a better team. We are a better team than Villa, and we showed it in the second half. But it only works when the players are in the right positions. I just said then I had vibes of Juan Mata being played on the right hand side by manager after manager after manager, and that's what Bruno was doing. And first half, Bruno should not be on the wing. He needs to be in the middle. He needs to be United captain, and he needs to be doing things like he did there. He didn't come in the game until he went into the middle. It's as simple. Donny van der Beek's third start in a row. He's a ghost. He just does not exist. I don't know what he's doing, the runs he's making, or what he's trying to do, but his time at this football club is up. You don't get 3 starts in a row and play that bad every single time. People say he's not had a run of games. There's 3 against not so good opposition, and you have not played well enough to stay in that team. Please, Eric, do not swap Donny van der Beek for Bruno Fernandes or sacrifice Bruno's qualities, which is leading in the middle like he did. Brilliant performance from Bruno in the second half, which does take man of the match for me. Garnacho's influence is just priceless for this team, what he did in that second half. And do you know what? I wasn't surprised that Ashley Young was hauled off, because Garnacho pretty much had him on toes. Ashley Young was having an easy game. He really was. He looked like what Ricky's told me, that he's still got it. He hasn't. He's clearly not got it. He was too old and we got rid of him at the right time. Thank you for your service, Ashley Young. But Garnacho showed why Ashley Young is at Villa and showed what a United player is. Not afraid to take a man on, not afraid to change the game and the pace of the game, which he did. It was a different ball game when he came on. And you know what? He is really knocking on that door now to hold that left-hand side down. Rashford, as well as he's playing, that's 8 goals this season. You know what? He's got to watch out with Garnacho playing on the left-hand side, because Garnacho is performing at the moment and has been one of our better forwards. I'm happy for Marcus Rashford. Like I said, 8 goals, it's not bad for the start of the season, 1/3 in. Garnacho is pushing that left-hand side now, and everyone has to be on their toes, and that's why it's good. That's why it is good. You know, no sign of Sancho, no sign of Antony. We're still banging in goals there. It just shows that one youth player can come through and make a difference like that. Every single player gets a chance in this squad and in this team. You've got to take it. Donny van der Beek can take a leaf out of Garnacho's book. If you have got something, you cannot be afraid to show it. Garnacho hasn't been afraid. That's a United player in the making. For me, Donny van der Beek's time, not all his own fault for his early stages in his United career, but I think his time is up. He cannot play in this team. There's not a position for him that I think he's comfortable in. Fred, not good enough. McTominay, not good enough in the first half. Better, like I said, in the second, with better players around him. Squad players at best, but you've got to do better if you are coming in and playing for Manchester United than you did in that first half. That was diabolical. Thank God we had the second half reaction that we did. Guys, let me know what you think. Drop your comments in below, like, share and subscribe to the United Stand as always. I'm happy we scored more than 1 goal. Let's just finish on that.